What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Courtney Arlesia, and I am back again for another exclusive interview. And today I'm really, really excited to be joined by a wonderful woman that I've got to know for so many years. I've got to see her work. I've got to see her how do I want to say this, exert her knowledge and her wisdom because she's so full of it. I've got to see her be a mom. I got to see her be a friend. Oh, and we went out the country. Well, not out the country, but you know what I mean. It was
Okay.
Puerto Rico. It was definitely USA because some of y'all have that mixed up that y'all don't realize that Puerto Rico. Okay, we won't get into that. But we have traveled together across seas. Um, across oceans. And I just am so honored that you said yes, or you reached out to me and we got to talk about, like, oh, we will be really, really good if we talked about these things. So I'm excited to have you here with me, sharing space with me, allowing me to get to know you a little bit more and share more about you. And yeah, and just amplify who you are as a Black woman, amplify who you are as an entrepreneur, amplify who you are as a mom, and just an amazing friend. Like, first, an amazing friend. Okay. I love you so much. Okay. So now that I've said all of that,
A whole mouthful.
because you're so amazing and I'm so grateful. And so you got to tell the people that you love them when you get the opportunity to. And so you, my girl, and she sends me memes every day.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if there's ever a sad moment, like, let me go check the group chat because there's something
Facts.
funny in there
All
for
facts.
sure. Okay, so I'm gonna read your bio. So Bianca Julien, a licensed massage therapist, a wellness educator, entrepreneur, author, and homeschooling mother of four. Bianca blends therapeutic body work with mindfulness, energy awareness, and holistic healing. She is the founder of Be Intuitive Massage. She provides custom care to diverse clientele, ranging from prenatal clients and infants to athletes and older adults. She is also the owner of Be Infinity Publishing Studios and the author of the Lost in My Thoughts series, which is available on Amazon.
Mhm.
In addition, period. In addition, she serves partnership and sponsorship co-lead for SIS Social. Is that correct? Did I say that correctly?
Yes,
SIS?
it's
Okay.
sis social. Yep.
SIS Social, okay. Where she helps build partnerships that uplift women, support entrepreneurship, and community collaboration. Thank you again for being here, girl. I've already shared so much about you, but
Mhm.
tell us a little bit about your journey into entrepreneurship in your field where you practicing right now, like what like inspired that, how did you get to that point?
All right. So when I was young, my original thing was to definitely be a business owner, but also I wanted to be a professional basketball player.
Okay.
Um, and that wasn't up until I went to a health after school program when I was a junior and senior in high school. It was in Boston. And basically, they would bring in people from different careers in the health field, and they just come in and talk to us about everything that they did. And so a massage therapist came in one time and told us that she travels, she makes money, she makes people feel good. And I said I want to do that for the rest of my life.
Period.
But prior to that, I've always been told that I've been good with my hands, that I have a presence about me that just makes people feel safe, feel seen, feel
Mhm.
heard. The compassion just oozes out of my pores. Something else someone recently told me. Um, so getting into massage, I started there, did some massage in college to like make money, but then did my own self exploration and
Mhm.
used massage for as I had my kids. Instead of just always running to the doctor, it was just like, well, maybe I can do something about it.
Mhm.
Whether it was teething, they had digestive issues, they just needed to feel loved and supported. And I just carried that on, did it for family and friends, and then waited till after I had all my kids to really just go to school and fully get professionally licensed so that I could share my gift with the world.
Yeah, that's amazing. And so not only are you a licensed massage therapist, a very, very great one, might I add, okay? Like, okay, healing hands, okay? You are a mother
Mhm.
and you are an educator because you educate your children.
Yes, ma'am.
And then all of your children, we can take time to just pause and give them a moment. And I know they're gonna love it. Let's just brag on them,
Yeah.
okay? Just
Yeah.
all very, very amazing, well-rounded kids, and I think that's another reason why I love you so much because you show up for yourself, you love yourself very, very well, and then you pour that over into your children. And even though it's just mom and children, y'all are doing very, very well. You're thriving, they're thriving, and there's never any like, oh, we're not going to do this. It's, oh, we're going to do this. This is how we're going to do it. Like, you're just so full of love and compassion, and you can see it inside of your children as well. And I just think that's so amazing. So I want to talk a little bit more about, being a motherhood, how motherhood has shaped you as a wellness provider, and also as, a business owner and an educator to them. Like, what is being their mom teaching you? And make sure you shout your babies out too, because they're amazing.
All my babies. So I am a mom of four. I have four beautiful babies. My oldest is 16. She's currently running for Youth of the Year with the Boys and Girls Club. So shout her out. We get to we
Period.
find out Thursday if she won or not. But just the whole process and the journey that she had to go through, I was able to be very supportive with her essays and speech and all those things. 3 out of 4 of my kids are black belts.
Period.
We got the little one that's still on her black belt journey. My second oldest is playing volleyball, and she recently was a finalist in a phone case competition, which we're still waiting to hear the results of that. Um, I'll let y'all know.
Yes, because honey, I was voting every day.
Every day, exactly. My son is the ultimate karate kid. I always call him the master because he just seems to excel in everything. And he himself had karate has taught him how to be a leader because he often has other kids coming up to him like, "Can you show me this? Can you break this
Mm-hmm,
down?"
mm-hmm.
And he's always willing to give that time and effort and focus to them. And then my little one, she's my little boss baby. She's my saleswoman. When I take her out and I'm like, all right, we're trying to get people to get massages. Like she's like, all right, the massages cost this much. She's walking around
That's cute.
tables. She's got the logo on,
I love it.
she is the ultimate saleswoman. And I love it because she knows she wants to be a business owner. Like one person asked her one time, would you become a massage therapist? Because your mom's such a great massage
Mm-hmm.
therapist. She's like, no, I'm gonna own the business. What do you mean? So
Yeah. Period. She
uh,
said, I will hire the massage therapist, but I definitely will. Yeah, I'll be a part, but I won't be hands on. Yeah. Is that the Aries? Don't you have an Aries baby?
no, the Aries baby is my volleyball girl. She has an
Okay.
Aries moon.
Oh, okay. So that's what that is. So
Yeah.
yeah, bless her heart.
The little Libra girl with the Aries moon. So she's like,
Oh, yeah, she's a hand. I love it.
she's full of fire. She's
I
full
love
of
it. I love it. I love it.
but being a homeschool mom of 4 very different kids with multiple different personalities,
Hmm.
um, literally has taught me that everything is integrated in everything. There's no true separation, honestly.
Hmm.
Um, my children have taught me to have patience, um, to definitely have emotional regulation, um, and that in turn shows up in my work when I show up for my clients,
Hmm.
which ultimately creates a safe space for them to be honest, for them to grow, for them to really receive whatever information that they need to get to whatever they're trying to do in life.
Hmm.
Um, but homeschooling, like the journey of that, has taught me that I need to let go of the idea of perfection.
Mm,
Because there's some days that I'm very business oriented. There's some days I'm very family centered. And there's days we don't do nothing at all. And
right, right.
I literally had to be okay with that. Like I had to
Yeah,
sit with myself and say, it's okay. You
right.
don't have to do something every day.
Yeah.
But homeschooling in itself, like I've learned to allow my children's natural curiosity lead the way instead
Mm-hmm.
of creating what the school system has, which is just a one size fits all, and it doesn't really fit all. The way I homeschool each individual child with certain subjects has changed. Um,
Yeah.
just based on how they are able to receive the information, what their learning style is. I think a lot
Mm-hmm.
of parents don't understand what their child's learning style is. So it's always, oh, maybe they have this and
Yeah.
ADHD,
Yeah.
they can't
Yeah.
sit down, they need their ass
Yeah.
beat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right. Right. Yeah.
learning, like how does my kid learn?
Right.
what
Right.
makes what makes them excited? I'm pretty sure a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people, if they're not super involved with their children, they don't know. um
Right. Right.
so it really gave me a deeper dive into motherhood. Like it made
Mm-hmm.
it very holistic for me. It wasn't just I gave birth, I provide clothes, food, shelter, and you go to school and you here and I'm just making sure you stay alive. Like it's more than just that.
Right. Right.
But the journey itself, it's been challenging for
Yeah.
to say the least, but it's definitely rewarding, fulfilling, and forever evolving.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And I think it's also beautiful to be able to actually see it in real time, and because it also, because we all go through things, right? And we all have our own life experiences. And so when you see your friends, because we all have different stories and we all have different things that we're facing that goes along our journey, but you're like, oh man, my friend, I talked to B the other day. And B said, and this is what and this is how she's moving through it. Okay, let me take a little bit of that. Let me water my grass with that. So you know what I'm saying? And I think it's amazing to have friends that we are all doing different things, but we all love each other and we all love how the person shows up in their own world. You know what I mean? And so I think it's amazing how you just keep going. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of times we as Black women are like, quit calling me a strong Black woman because I'm tired of being strong. But the reality of it is that your strength, is what pulls you through, you know what I mean? And to keep going. And because 4 kids, a mom, a business owner, an author, you're in the community because you speak, you know what I mean? You travel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, girl, what? It's just me, myself, and I'll be like, all right, I've done one thing today and I'm not doing nothing else. Now
Yeah,
imagine me and my baby. You gonna be like, Courtney, what y'all doing? Honey, we in the bed together.
it's days like that, and those days are actually the best days because it might not seem a lot to maybe us, but to
Hmm.
them, it really is one of the best moments they have with you.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you watch the movie Inside Out.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Inside Out 1 and 2, we really took a dive and I, told them how it's really a movie on how the brain actually works. And
Hmm.
if you look at that, go back and look at the movie and look at her core memories, a lot of it had to do with just little moments that she spent with her parents, whether they said
Yeah.
something, whether they encouraged,
Yeah.
whether they comfort her
Hmm.
in something.
Hmm.
And those memories were part of her core memories. So those are the memories that stick with those were the memories that stuck with her. Um,
Hmm.
so those moments of just laying in the bed, y'all they could just be talking about nothing and you don't remember nothing they said.
Right.
But just the fact that you're there and you're
Hmm.
just means the world to them as opposed
Yeah.
to buying them God knows what.
Yeah, and that is so true. And so tell us a little bit about how you are able to be present, because so I'm really big on like titles and how we show up in this world, right? So we have professions, we carry certain titles, but that's not who we are. That's not our foundation of who we are as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm always careful of that, of like how I say it. But you operate in multiple different spaces, and you do a lot,
Yeah.
but you
Yep.
also are very, very balanced. And so how are you able to do that? What are you doing? What motivates you to also put balance first too? What motivates you to make sure that you're pouring into your own cup too, outside of just pouring into your business, pouring into community, pouring into educating your children and loving your children, and being supportive. And that's the major part of what you do too. Like, so what are you doing for you? And then what would you say to other women or other mothers who are trying to do the same and maybe feel like they are not succeeding at it, or maybe they feel like they're all alone? Like, what is working well for you, and then what would you give to them?
One, a lot of the times when you think of balance, people think, it's even, right?
Mm-hmm,
It's never
mm-hmm,
always even. Like you said, I do multiple different things. And I think I mentioned it before, but releasing the idea of perfection and just focusing more on alignment. Even though nowadays I'll have a list of things that I want to do, I literally categorize them like what's really important today. And the rest of it is kind of like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like an example, I'll say today, I was supposed to go to the store today with my son to get him some new dress shoes because he needs it for the ceremony and dinner we're doing on Thursday for the whole Youth of the Year thing. But then something happened and his dad called and said, "Hey, I need you on to help with this job I'm on. So you're about to be picked up and put your work clothes on." And like, I'm like, "Oh, okay, then we do that tomorrow." But
yeah,
before,
yeah,
when I first started this journey, I would beat myself up. I'd be like, damn, I'm so behind,
mm-hmm,
I'm a failure, talk
mm-hmm,
really negative to myself. But once I went through therapy and
mm-hmm,
realized that I did have this sense of like control and needing things to go a certain way, because if it doesn't go that way, it's not good. It's not perfect, because somebody somewhere in my um journey of growing up told me that if it's not done a certain way, it's not perfect, which isn't true. But letting go of that perfection and really focusing on alignment and prioritizing what's important to me. So for mothers who are feeling the overwhelmness of being an entrepreneur or trying to be an entrepreneur, being a mom, whether you're a new mom or you have multiple kids, um, the best thing I can say is, one, you have to give yourself grace.
mm-hmm,
Two, give yourself permission to rest.
mm-hmm,
Three, the quote is, it takes a village to raise a child. So tap into your village. Write a list
mm-hmm,
of people who you consider to be a part of your village, and write a list of things that you may need help with, and not being afraid to ask for help, whether that's pickups and drop-offs, whether it's, hey, if I give you this money, can you pay the bill for me? Hey, can
mm-hmm,
you pick up my dry cleaners? Hey, can
mm-hmm,
you watch the kids while I just go take a walk? Or
mm-hmm.
hey, can you come put this desk or whatever together for me? Hell, hey, can you help me reorganize the house?
Right,
Hey, can you talk to my kid about relationships and sex, because I just can't, you know.
right, right.
So tapping into your village and figuring out who has the capacity for what, because even if you are a single parent, you don't have to do parenting alone. You shouldn't do parenting
Mm-hmm,
alone. That's where
yeah,
community comes into play.
yeah,
So yeah, definitely tapping into your village, prioritizing rest, because as mothers, as caregivers, we're always giving out. We're always pouring
yeah.
into something, and we never turn around and pour that back into ourselves, which leads to us having chronic stress. And chronic stress is the root cause to a lot of ailments that we suffer from, like fibromyalgia, IBS. If you know anyone with the chronic migraines and headaches, all the root cause of all of it is stress.
Stress, yeah.
And what if you're stressed, you're not resting. So that's where I use massage to remind people to come back, reset, so that the body can rest, because only certain processes in the body happen when you're at rest. They don't happen when you're in a fight or flight mode, when you're active, when you have to be aware of your surroundings. So it's very important to your health, to your mind, body, spirit. I think I answered your question. I'm like,
I think you also answered a little bit more, because you touched on a couple things that I wanted to highlight. Like one is rest, you know what I mean? And being able to, so I have been having a conversation a lot with people, because I think for me, because for me, I'm in the season of rest, but it has been like the biggest enemy, you know what I mean? Like, as someone that is a woman who has been achieving her whole life, you know what I mean? And even when I'm in the back, because I'm really in the background, I love to be kind of like doing my own thing on the side, just living my life, just doing whatever makes me happy. But it comes with accomplishing a lot too, because I like that though. I was thinking this other day, my dad is a football coach, and he's one of the best football coaches that I know. You know what I mean? I think he's extremely amazing, but he's an achiever, and people love him, and he's like he's super outgoing. He be outside, he likes to party, like, it's just, and I am that, but I'm still very, very like reserved too. There's a piece of me that's just like in the background, and I like to hustle and do my own thing. But being in this season of life, it has required, because God is shifting. He's doing something bigger, and he's doing something greater. And I was telling Meek the other day, like, he's answering prayers, because we've always prayed, we've always believed, right? And now it's like, oh, you've been asking for bigger things, and like it's falling into your lap. But for us as Black women, when we get closer to being bigger or achieving more, we're like, we can't rest. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. But our body is telling us to rest. Our spirit is telling us to rest. God is telling us to rest. Our process needs us to rest. But when you achieve and achieve and achieve all the time, rest is a threat. You know what I mean? It's a threat to your unregulated nervous system, though. Your regulated nervous system appreciates you for it, but it may cause you to be a little bit delayed, or I'm putting quotation around that, because you're just going to feel delayed, but you're really walking into a new freedom, into a new season. And it's definitely not what society wants it to be. You know what I mean? So it's definitely pushing against that grain, but you are in the space that you need to be in. So I love that you're hitting on rest. I love that you're talking about the importance of allowing your body to rest, because we don't do that enough. And honestly, the world that we live in is not established for us to rest.
No. And your body holds stress.
It's so bad.
And it's very, very much, we need to be more intentional about releasing that, whether it's through massage, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through yoga. It doesn't matter what you choose, but you have to be very intentional about releasing that stress, because we can't stop everything that's going on in the world. We can't stop it. But what we can control is where you're at, where you're present at.
Yeah. And I think giving ourselves the opportunity to call our story back, and so you are in a profession that is giving people the opportunity to call their story back, take their power back, and live the life that is fitting for you. But it should absolutely get to the point where it's like, I'm going to rest. I'm gonna give my body some love. You have a philosophy that says massage is not a luxury but a necessity. You know what I mean? So giving your body that. Tell us what's been the most rewarding thing for you as a wellness educator, practitioner, serving others. What has been the most rewarding thing?
I feel like the most rewarding thing is, one, watching a client's transformation. I get a lot of people who come to me in crisis, like, my doctor says I need to rest. They're older people who don't realize that what they've been doing for so long is now causing them so much pain,
Yeah.
and they're desperate to release it. Or I'll have clients who come to me who are trying to establish some form of self-care, and then they get pregnant, and then I carry them through that journey, and then they have a baby, and then carrying them postpartum. Like, I love to see the whole transformation of either them getting a service, or them sitting and talking to me and get with a conversation, or them coming to a class and using what I told them as a way to better their lives. I
Yeah.
think that is the most rewarding thing. Or people who look forward to coming to a
Yeah.
session with you. Like,
Mhm.
sometimes I mean, I don't know nobody who's happy to go see their mechanic, because it's like, damn.
Right. I'm screaming.
Or, you're going to the doctor and they said, okay, we're gonna run some tests, and then you're like,
Mhm.
damn, like, I don't know
Yeah.
nobody who's happy about that. But coming to get their massage, um being in a space where they can be honest, they can talk freely, being in a space where they can grow, I think is just rewarding. And then the comments afterwards sometimes is so moving. Like, I remember this one woman, it was like maybe a good 2 years or so after she had gave birth, and she had tried massage before, but she didn't really like it, but someone
Mhm.
suggested me to her. So I
Mhm.
gave her massage. She was a postpartum mom, gave her massage. And afterwards she said, that was the best massage I ever had, and not because you know what you're doing, but basically I felt respected. in
Mm. Mhm.
And she was like, I never felt that from someone. And
Mm.
I was just like, try not to cry sometimes.
Yeah.
Cry.
Yeah.
So I feel like the transformation that I get to see when you tell a client something to do to help them, but also the after comments of how they feel and them coming back,
Yeah.
that's rewarding to me. It's
Yeah.
a thing.
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So tell us more about your other businesses and your publishing, and you've been an author. And so tell us more about the other parts and layers of Bianca and what you do.
Okay. So I am an author. I first created the Infinity Publishing Studios because I was in a space where I was taking my own power back and publishing my works against the grain of someone who was in my world that was telling me no one wants to hear whatever you got to say.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I created that to not only publish my works, but to create legacy. And
Mhm.
my children watched me during that entire process, and they wanted to get involved. So help them create their own children's book, their own poetry
Mhm.
book. But the most important thing that they remember is me telling them that everyone has a story, and it's important for you to tell your story, because
Yeah.
there's so many people in history that never got to tell their story and will never know their story because no one took the time to write it down, and no one made them feel important enough to speak about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I created that. I know there's been plenty of people who have contacted me that are like, oh, can you help me publish my story, or do you publish other people's books? And I'm like, no, not really.
I'm
But
sure.
I walk them through the process that I went through, instead of like gatekeeping and being like,
Yeah.
no. So that's what I do with that. And then with sis social, so sis stands for Sisters Inspiring Sisters.
Okay.
I was invited to be a part of the committee based on my skills and ability to network and find other businesses that kind of align with what they are trying to promote. So it's basically a faith-based group of women who are supporting women through different seasons. They support them with prayer, support, accountability. You build authentic connections. There's a membership involved. So there's like exclusive membership events and retreats and trips.
Mm-hmm.
But God is at the center of
Love
all the
it.
conversations and all the everything that we do. So I'm part of that. That's not my own thing, but I'm just happy to share that because it's really a great, it's really starting to become a great platform for especially Black and brown women.
Period. I love it so much. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So tell the people how they can stay connected with you and also share about what's next. What should we prepare to support you in? How should we prepare to show up? Where can they follow you, learn more about you, and learn from you? Because you have a wealth of knowledge. And so where can they learn from you and connect with you? And what's next?
So that's a few things. I have a few books that I'm creating. I do have an amazing mentor. Shout out to Yemi. She has been on my butt about integrating everything together. Poetry, massage, just integrating it all, motherhood. So I have a few books that I'm working on. Like a massage and poetry book. I'm working on a massage coloring book. I'm also one of the practitioners that is going to be part of this retreat happening in Rhode Island. It's called Dear Black Women Breathe Retreat. From August 6th through August 10th, there's different things that are going to be involved. So I'm going to be the massage therapist during that retreat. So Black women, if you need a time to just reset, it'll be here in Rhode Island. Whether you're here in the Northeast or wherever, you can definitely come check it out. I share all the time on my stories. You can follow me, Be Intuitive Massage, everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And yeah, I think that's and then I'm in the process of coming up with different webinars to teach more. I did do a class a few months ago to a bunch of hairstylists and teaching them about scalp massage to elevate the experience of getting their hair done. So I really want to cultivate that more and spread that message. But I have a few other webinars to just educate people with self massage, infant massage, and the importance of that. So you can definitely stay tuned to that. I have a blog on my page. I don't really promote it, but I do post about different things on there. So you could definitely check that out at beintuitivemassage.com. But yeah.
Hey, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, y'all. So, thank you again. I was about to ask you something else. I had to stop myself because I was like, do I want to answer this? But no, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me today, telling your story, being encouraging, being a light in this world. You know what I mean? Operating in your gift and your passions, trusting yourself, taking up space, leading, being a leader, being a compassionate leader, because there's different type of leaders. So being a very, very compassionate and loving and nurturing leader. Wow. Your ancestors are proud of you. Your people around you love you. We're proud of you. And so just thank you for letting your light shine and giving space for other women around you light to shine as well. So thank you again for joining me today. Any final encouraging words you want to share? Anything else you feel like, man, we didn't get to touch on? Anything? Any last thing?
Girl, that's so much.
I think I was done, but any last things?
That'd be so much. Oh my God. I think my last message is that it's very essential that we all show up as our full self. And in order to do that, we have to make self-care foundational and not optional. Whatever self-care looks like for you, if that's locking yourself in the bathroom, in the shower, blasting Kid Rock, I don't know, not Kid Rock, but Evanescence, blasting Lil Wayne, Do that. If that's what self-care looks like to you, just do that. But just know that in order for you to fully take care of your family, take care of the people around you, be involved in the organizations that you are part of fully, you have to take care of yourself. You have to make that foundational, not optional.
That's good. That's good word. See, my spirit told me, to my spirit said, tap back in. There's something else there. But y'all, thank y'all so much
Yeah.
for joining us and checking out the interview. Make sure that you also check out the article that will be aligned with this interview at CourtneyArlesia.substack.com. And again, Bianca, thank you so much. And until next time, y'all, see you later.